Good evening, viewers. Welcome again to my channel, Second Math Hub. The solution to your math problems still on bearings, specifically under reverse or back bearing. Question 2. If the bearing of P from Q is 245 degrees, we have to find the bearing of Q from P. So clearly, we've been given the bearing of P from Q as 245 degrees. So you can see that this is a three-figure bearing, or a true bearing, and we have to find the bearing of Q from P. So meaning that we have to find the back bearing. So how do we do that? So first of all, we need to measure 245 degrees. Now between P and Q, where do we measure the 245 degrees? So we said that in bearings, there is a keyword from. So from where? From point Q. So it means that from point Q, we have to measure 245 degrees. So let's do that. So this will be our geographical note. And what point should be here? From Q. So this point here is Q. This point here is Q. So how do we measure 245 degrees? So from the geographical note, we have to move in the clockwise direction. So now from the geographical note towards the east, that means that we have covered 90 degrees. From the geographical note to the south, that should give us 180 degrees. Then from the geographical note to the west, that should give us 270 degrees. So clearly, you will see that 245 degrees is located in this quadrant. So now from 180 degrees, what angle should be added to 180 degrees to give us 245 degrees? So we need to do a simple calculation. What angle should be added to 180 degrees to give us 245 degrees? So let's put on our thinking caps. What angle should be added to 180 degrees to give us 245 degrees? So that is 65 degrees. So it means that we need to add 65 degrees to the 180 degrees. So meaning that this angle here measures 65 degrees. This angle here measures 65 degrees. So from the geographical north, moving in the clockwise direction till we meet this line here, that should give us 245 degrees. So that is what we have done, 245 degrees. So let's extend the line to the second point, or the second location. So at this point here, so this point here will be our point P. And to measure the bearing from point P, we will also need our cardinal point. So what point is here? So here is P. So this point here is P. So this will be our geographical note. So how do we measure the bearing of Q from P? The emphasis is from P. So it means that to calculate the back bearing, we need to measure the angle from point P. And we said that in the three-figure bearing, angles are read from the geographical note in the clockwise direction. So we are looking for this angle here. So what is the measure of this angle? What is the measure of this angle? So again, we have our parallel line, another parallel line. We have our transversal. So we need to revisit plane geometry 1. Angle properties of parallel lines. Alternate angles. So alternate angles are angles formed from the alphabet Z. So do you see any Z here? Do you see any Z here? Do you see any Z here? So in any direction, yes, there is Z. There is Z, as you can see, the alphabet Z. And what is the relationship between alternate angles? Alternate angles are equal. So if this angle here measures 65 degrees, then this angle here must also measure 65 degrees. So in conclusion, what is the bearing of Q from P? So the bearing of Q, the bearing of Q from P, straightforward, that measures 65 degrees. So that is it. So what if this question happens to appear in an objective, or it is an objective question? How do we quickly solve the back bearing? As I said, anytime the given angle, so always check the given angle. Is it less than 180 degrees or more than 180 degrees? So clearly you could see that 245 degrees is more than 180 degrees. So the back bearing will be calculated as subtracting 180 degrees from the 245 degrees. So to get the back bearing of Q from P, we need to subtract 245 degrees from 180 degrees. So let's check that. 245 degrees minus 180 degrees, and that is giving us 65 degrees. So we have two ways of solving the question. It's either you can solve the question using the diagram, and again you can also solve the question using a fast method. So that is what we have done. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you next time.